flexes muscle, unites for Rahul. BJP calls this Congress's Besharam Rang. Unafraid versus unashamed war erupts. Congress rallies around their hero number one. BJP calls it shameless, brazen darbari. Congress calls it grit. BJP calls it tamasha. Top focus on 5 Live.
So the Congress is rallying behind its hero number one. Without any mistake, the man who will be their prime ministerial face in 2024, the BJP is saying that this is the Congress's Besharam Rang. It's become a big political flashpoint once again over the sentencing, the conviction and the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi. This is turning out to be very much another deja vu of 2019, isn't it, viewer? And we'll tell you a little bit more about what we know about why everything seems so familiar. I'm Shiv Aroor, this is 5 Live, and as always, the headlines first. Rahul Gandhi's bail plea extended till 13th April. No stay on his conviction in defamation case. Disqualification still holds. Rahul says, in this fight for democracy, truth is his only weapon. Prime Minister Modi defends the CBI over anti-corruption crackdown, tells CBI not to stop its war against graft despite motivated attack from a corrupt ecosystem.
मुख्य रूप से सीबीआई की जिम्मेदारी भ्रष्टाचार से देश को मुक्त करने की है। वहां सिर्फ एक विशेष इकोसिस्टम ही फलता फूलता है।
Bengal on edge after fresh violence 3 days after Ram Navami. Stone pelting during BJP Yatra in Hooghly. Mamata Banerjee accuses the BJP of dangabazi. Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivakumar gherawed by supporters of Congress Neta Yogesh Babu stage a massive protest outside the Congress headquarters. Demand for ticket in the upcoming elections. Massive Mughal purge by the NCERT removes chapters on Mughals from class 10 and 12 syllabus. Rahul Gandhi's first reaction after accessing bail from that sessions court in Surat. He's just tweeted, "This is a fight to save democracy against Mitrakal. In this struggle, truth is my weapon and truth is my support." So more philosophical, theoretical, ideological gyan from Rahul Gandhi in what he calls is a fight for democracy and for India to find its voice. Well, he's just been granted bail, but Rahul Gandhi's first reaction, once again, is some lofty claim about the death of democracy. Let's tell you a little bit about what happened earlier, that Rahul Gandhi is claiming this to be a fight for democracy. He's obtained a certain amount of relief today. The disqualified Congress MP Rahul Gandhi gets bail till the 13th of April. The Surat court has granted bail to Rahul Gandhi in the 2019 Modi surname defamation case. The case will next be heard on the 13th of this month. Earlier, Rahul Gandhi, along with virtually every Congress bigwig, including all 3 sitting Congress chief ministers from the 3 states in which the Congress happens to be in power, along with the entire top brass of the Congress party, including Sister Priyanka Gandhi and other Congress leaders, all of the top spokespersons, all together arrived in Surat to appeal against the court order. It was a bit funny because After all this drama, the final court proceedings took just 15 minutes. In a massive show of strength, however, Congress workers also gathered outside the district and sessions court in Surat in support of Rahul Gandhi. It was a muscle flex, it was a muscle flaunt, it was a show of strength and a show of solidarity for Rahul ji.
ये पिछले 3 वर्ष जब मुकदमा चल रहा था तब श्रीमान राहुल गांधी जी और कांग्रेस पार्टी तब क्यों नहीं लाई इंसान और माफी मांगने और अपील करने तो उसी दिन जा सकते थे, क्यों नहीं गए? कांग्रेस को उसी दिन पता था कि जिस समय 2 साल की सजा राहुल गांधी जी को हुई उसी समय उनकी सदस्यता चली जाएगी। जैसे इससे पहले 13 और नेताओं की, मुख्यमंत्री, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री, केंद्रीय मंत्री और सांसद और विधायकों की 13 लोगों की सदस्यता ऐसे ही गई, लेकिन कांग्रेस ने ड्रामा रचा राहुल गांधी के साथ।
आज जो है वो उनकी बेल एप्लीकेशन थी, आज राहुल जी की बेल एप्लीकेशन और सेंटेंसिंग जो है उसको स्टे की एप्लीकेशन थी और कन्विक्शन स्टे की एप्लीकेशन भी थी। कोर्ट ने हमारी सुनवाई से एप्लीकेशन जो बेल एप्लीकेशन है वो मंजूर की है, 15,000 के उनके बेल मंजूर किए हैं और जो सेंटेंसिंग है उसको स्टे किया है। उनकी जो कन्विक्शन की जो एप्लीकेशन है स्टे के लिए उसको 13th डेट को पोस्ट किया है और 13 को उसकी सुनवाई होगी। 13 तारीख को राहुल गांधी जी को हाजिर रखने की मनाही की है कि वो नहीं आएंगे तो चलेगा।
सर 3 मई को क्या होगा फिर कोर्ट के?
3 मई अभी कुछ नहीं, 3 मई तो रेगुलर जो अपील है उसकी तारीख है, लेकिन आई एम नॉट श्योर कि उन्होंने 3 मई का तारीख दिया है। अभी फिलहाल नेक्स्ट 13th को कार्यवाही होगी।
And if you missed all the drama that happened in Surat for Rahul Gandhi, take a look at how it all unfolded. Well, as Rahul appeared before the Surat Sessions Court, which had convicted him 11 days ago, a large number of Congress supporters gathered outside the court premises. Huge show of support, but by the Congress party itself. Rahul Gandhi waved to the crowds as he left the court after being granted bail till April the 13th. Now, Rahul was accompanied by his sister, Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, to the Surat court. Rahul and Priyanka travelled by bus to court where they were smiling and waving. Supporters of the Congress lined up some parts of the street to show their solidarity with the Gandhis. Well, to show solidarity with the former party president, Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot was also present in Surat. Gehlot welcomed Rahul Gandhi in Surat as he appeared before the Sessions Court, along with the 2 other chief ministers of the Congress party. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju stepped up his attack on Rahul Gandhi. Rijiju said that Rahul Gandhi had secured an exemption from appearing in court when the hearing was on and was now taking a procession when personal appearance is not required, basically insinuating that this was all just a drama for sympathy and attention. Well, after the Surat court granted bail, the Congress's top leaders, including the Rajasthan Chief Minister, left the state and flew back. Remember, the next hearing will take place on the 13th of April. Quick word from the ground in Surat, Gujarat. Saurabh Bhaktania is our man there. Saurabh, after all the drama, after all the, what the BJP has called political tamasha, after all the posturing, after all the, the courtiers of the Congress surrounding Rahul Gandhi, attempting to drum up big crowds, everything just lasted 15 minutes on the ground.
Well, absolutely, Shiv. Let me tell you, just 15 minutes when Rahul Gandhi entered at 3 and by 3:16 he was out of the Sessions Court. Now, we kept on asking the Congress leader that why was this needed actually? Because let me tell you, Shiv, not just today, the Congress leaders from entire country are actually campaigning in Surat, Gujarat since yesterday. The entire hotels and the guest house were completely packed by the Congress workers. So BJP clearly was alleging that this was completely not needed. In fact, they also went on to say clearly the advocate said that for today's appeal, if Rahul Gandhi was not present, then also it could have been done. Only the Rahul Gandhi's advocate would have reached to the session court and made this application. Now, basically, 3 applications have been filed by Rahul Gandhi. 2 are been accepted and 1 is still pending, and that one pending is about the stay on conviction, because of which the disqualification happened. So now what the court has clearly said in this matter, Shiv, that on 13th April, the stay on conviction, the hearing will take place. For that matter, Rahul Gandhi need not be present for the particular hearing. His advocate will be there and the regular hearing will take place. But the way we saw the entire scenario today in Surat, Shiv, it was completely very strange because it is the stronghold of BJP. Since Panch, 2 tenure, complete, all the seats in Surat are been won by the BJP. And in Surat, this way, show of strength, basically Congress tried to show is, let me tell you, the entire Surat was filled with the posters and banners and cutouts of Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi. So it was just everything for 16 minutes. It lasted for just 16 minutes. And let me tell you, thousands of Congress workers got detained. There was traffic jam and so many things. And this is where the BJP pointed out, why was this actually needed? So now that thing has got over. Next hearing on 13th April, for which court has clearly said Rahul Gandhi does not need to be present physically, and for that the regular hearing after that will take place.
You know, one cannot fault, Saurabh, one cannot fault netas and politicians for wanting to milk a situation to get as much political mileage out of it. All politicians do it. We cannot, fault the Congress for it. After all, Rahul Gandhi is the Raja of the Congress party. So, I don't think you and I are surprised about this huge kind of Shakti Pradarshan, show of strength by the Congress party. But the details are the funny part because, Rahul Gandhi has gone in person. He didn't need to do it because he has an exemption. This entire appeal has taken place 11 days after the conviction. So for 11 days, you were milking this entire issue politically. Again, nothing wrong with that, but it needs to be mentioned because Rahul Gandhi aspires to be an opposition magnet. So all the other opposition parties are also going to be looking at this very closely. And as Saurabh also pointed out, 3 sitting chief ministers of the Congress party all came in from their states. Sukhwinder Sukhu from Himachal Pradesh, Ashok Gehlot from Rajasthan, Bhupesh Baghel from Chhattisgarh. All of them took a day off from work to be in Gujarat, Surat, Gujarat, in solidarity with Rahul Gandhi. Again, nothing wrong, but that's a very dramatic picture and a huge amount of investment for just 15 minutes. So I'm wondering whether the Congress party was hoping that this 15-minute legal process in Surat could have stretched on a little bit more so that the entire situation could have been milked a little bit more, given how many people from the Congress party were actually flown into Surat. Saurabh, thank you very much for getting us that update from the ground. But let's just, break down for our viewers what this means. Saurabh, our reporter, broke down a bit of it, but let me just go into a little bit more detail. This is not an interim stay on Rahul Gandhi's conviction. The 2-year jail sentence has been suspended. The appeal by Rahul Gandhi's legal team has been admitted by the Surat court, but this does not impact his disqualification from the Lok Sabha, which took place almost immediately after his conviction 11 days ago. Now, politics has erupted in a big way. When does it not erupt in this country? And especially in election season, 1 year to go for 2024, the wheels within wheels are all moving in both the political parties to try and outdo the other. This time, Rahul Gandhi is the headline. His appeal in Surat court challenging his jail term in that 2019 defamation case has been dominating the headlines for 2 weeks. While Rahul received bail till April the 13th, the BJP has questioned the Congress's show of strength in Surat, questioning why they were pressuring the judiciary. If I were to use Bollywood metaphors, the Congress party is saying he is our hero number 1, and the BJP is saying this is your Besharam Rang. Take a look.
Rahul Gandhi appealing his conviction in the 2019 defamation case. Staging a show of strength at the Surat court. Challenging the 2-year jail term over Modi Chor remark. With a host of Congress heavyweights, including sister Priyanka Gandhi and 3 Congress CMs in tow, Congress pulled out all stops to ensure that Rahul had a big spectacle. Party workers lined up the roads and posters were put up saying "Daro mat." BJP, however, ripped into Rahul, slamming him for allegedly trying to arm twist the court through muscle flexing. after insulting OBC community and declining to apologize.
ये पिछले 3 वर्ष जब मुकदमा चल रहा था तब श्रीमान राहुल गांधी जी और कांग्रेस पार्टी तब क्यों नहीं लाई इंसाफ और माफी मांगने और अपील करने तो उसी दिन जा सकते थे, क्यों नहीं गए? कांग्रेस को उसी दिन पता था कि जिस समय 2 साल की सजा राहुल गांधी जी को हुई उसी समय उनकी सदस्यता चली जाएगी, लेकिन कांग्रेस ने ड्रामा रचा राहुल गांधी के समय।
आपका ट्रायल चला था उस समय क्यों नहीं किया? अब जब आपका कन्विक्शन हो गया तो आप जो अपीलेट कोर्ट को आप डराने के लिए, जुडिशरी को आप धमकाने के लिए ये जो नाटक कर रहे हैं ये बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है। मैं इसका खंडन करता हूं।
क्या आप भारत के न्याय प्रणाली जो है, न्यायपालिका जो है, इंडियन जुडिशरी, उसके ऊपर प्रेशर डालना चाहते हैं?
Congress hit back at BJP saying that even BJP leaders had indulged in arm twisting the court.
राजनीति कोई ड्रामे की बात नहीं है, वहाँ कानून अपना काम करेगा। हम तो उनके साथ खड़े होने वाले लोग हैं, ये बताने जा रहे हैं कि साथ खड़ा होने में कोई हर्ज होता है।
आपके साथ सत्य नहीं है, हमारे पास सत्य है। उनको हम उनके लिए आग्रह आपसे कर रहे हैं, आप समझो बात को, और उसको लेके आप जो है अरेस्ट कर रहे हो, लोगों को थाने में बैठा रहे हो, गाड़ी सीज कर रहे हो। ये जो तरीका है मैं समझता हूँ कि ये लोग इसको लाइक नहीं करेंगे और ये लोकतंत्र विरोधी तरीके हैं और अभी तक इनको समझ में आ नहीं रही, क्योंकि इनका विश्वास भी डेमोक्रेसी में नहीं है।
Rahul can get back his MP post and evade 8 years ban on contesting polls only in case of court relief. Bureau Report, India Today.
So April 13th, until that time, Rahul Gandhi, in this defamation case has bail. The conviction hearing will take place on the 13th of April. So until that time, Rahul Gandhi and his team get a chance not only for a bit of a breather, but also to re-strategize their entire legal plan. I want to get a sense of, what that plan might actually be from Mosmi Singh. Very few journalists know more about the Congress than her or have inside sources. Mosmi, what are you hearing? We saw the entire, almost the entire Gandhi Parivar and the Gandhi strength today in Surat. It all just lasted about 15 to 16 minutes and you were right there. But what now? What next? Between now and April 13th, what is the Congress's big strategy?
See, Shiv, the Congress would be patting its back. That's so far so good. They've put up a show and they will be hoping to reap political dividends out of this entire Rahul Gandhi being disqualified and the legal battle. So the legal battle is as much intense as is the political battle that is panning out. Already the Congress has rolled out a huge plan as far as, agitating on the streets is concerned in various states, in the capitals of every state. There are agitations that are rolling out, and somewhere the center of the focus would be Rahul Gandhi and how he's being targeted because he's raking up the voice, raking up issues that are pertinent to India. But on the other hand, even the Bharat Jodo Yatra 2.0, we are told, will be advanced because of this reason, because Rahul Gandhi now out of parliament and still no relief or relief in sight. It's going to be a long-drawn legal battle with that date being given for the 13th. So it's clear that the legal battle has to be fought court after court. Until that, Rahul Gandhi is still disqualified. So the battle will be fought on the streets, and what more than getting a yatra in place in advance, which is from Arunachal Pradesh to Porbandar in Gujarat, the Prime Minister's home state.
Mosmi, very quickly, this doesn't affect, or rather it actually gives Rahul more breathing space to focus on Karnataka also, doesn't it? April 5th, if I'm not mistaken, is when Rahul Gandhi kicks off what he's calling the Satyamev Jayate Yatra from Kolar in Karnataka. That still stands?
Absolutely, Shiv, and that's a very deadly connection, you know, because there is a Karnataka connection to this entire row.
Yes.
And many in the Congress do believe that Rahul Gandhi perhaps and the Congress in turn could get sympathy. The Congress could get the accolade for being the champion and, you know, being the most vocal opposition party. And Rahul Gandhi being the prime challenger to the Prime Minister and, in fact, garnering sympathy votes and even votes for the Congress.
Yeah.
So I've said that earlier as well, that this is an instant litmus test and the first very big litmus test of Rahul Gandhi's entire disqualification row and whether the Congress has been able to mint it.
Mosmi, thanks very much for getting us that ground report. Like Mosmi said, this is but one of the defamation cases that Rahul Gandhi is up against. The case in Surat for saying that, where he said, why are all thieves named, Modi? That was something that he had said in 2019 in Kolar. Coincidentally, he's going to be starting that yatra in Kolar a couple of days from now. Sentenced to a 2-year jail term. That's what they're fighting right now. Defamation case number 2 against Rahul Gandhi is in Bhiwandi for claiming an RSS hand in Mahatma Gandhi's assassination. The trial is on in that case. The third defamation case is in Mumbai, where Rahul Gandhi faces a case for linking BJP RSS ideology to Gauri Lankesh, journalist Gauri Lankesh's murder. The trial is on there as well. So there are 3 defamation cases that Rahul Gandhi faces at the same time. Very quick break here. That was the Rahul drama, much shorter than perhaps the Congress party would have also been hoping for. But a big political season comes up in just a short while for the party in Karnataka. But up next after this break, Bengal on edge after fresh violence, even 3 days after Ram Navami tension. Stone pelting during a BJP yatra in Hooghly. The political crossfire between the Trinamool and the BJP has hit historic levels. That's next.
It's hot, bright and uncomfortable, and you simply can't get yourself to step out of your well air-conditioned homes. You don't feel like going for a run. Who wants to sweat it out when the heat is already ensuring that? Does this sound like a familiar story? Do you feel lazy, hot and demotivated to get moving in the summers? You aren't alone, but here's why you must work out in summers.
See, we humans are not built to sit and relax. And workout is actually a need for every human. In the summers, I don't think you need to change the exercises. But yes, you can change the pattern. Summers are great for exercising because your body is already warmed up. Summers are also great because the pressure in your joints decreases during summer, which makes it easy for anyone to stay active. Also, summers are great to get shredded. So if your goal is to build muscle, build endurance and lose fat, summers are awesome.
Exercise has loads of health benefits and research says it reduces chances of heart disease, stroke and diabetes. While the body can get stressed in the heat, some people have recently been driven away from the gym because of recent cases of heart failure while working out. Coming back to the summer heat, there's a list of do's and don'ts while working out in summers. Choose the right apparel. Look for dry, fit clothes as they have the ability to dry very quickly, which is very helpful while sweating, as generally cotton is preferred by a lot of people in summers. But cotton is good for casual clothing but not for exercising, as cotton absorbs sweat and gets heavy. Our bodies are 50 to 70% water, and in summers we need more water to keep the body functioning properly, so you need to aim for at least 2 to 3 liters of water. In case you show any signs of dizziness, extreme thirst, nausea, cramps or dry mouth, etc., then immediately stop the activity and look for a cool spot to relax and drink a sports drink. Once you feel better, then try to rest or slowly start with the activity, but make sure to listen to your body. During summers, the sun's heat is very intense, which can take a toll on your body. It's important to avoid being in the sun from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. as the sun is the strongest at that time. Regular physical activity is one of the most important things you can do for your health. Everyone can experience the health benefits of physical activity. Age, abilities, ethnicity, shape or size do not matter.
Mr. Khanna, I want to start off by asking you about the biggest buzzword in the world of tech, which happens to be artificial intelligence. More importantly, generative artificial intelligence. And we have the usual suspect, ChatGPT, and maybe what big tech is doing and Google is doing with Bard as well. Some are seeing these as disruptors of the workforce, of society at large, changing everything in terms of how we approach work, how we approach so many things like school, education, and of course, there's this whole argument about the ethics of AI as well. How do you see it as an academic and as someone who understands the tech world better than most?
So, first of all, it is a buzzword, you're right, but I think it's more than that. I do think it's a pretty foundational change. Of course, the promise that's being delivered by generative AI is something that researchers have been after for a decade, maybe more. So its possibility was recognized. Now with better computing power and better models, it's being actualized for the first time. And you see this, I have all my students basically typing in my name and saying, introduce Tarun Khanna in the form of a rap song. And you get a pretty cool rap song. So there's some pretty crazy stuff that's going on. And I think it's a lot of fun. The first thing I would say particularly to, young people or people who are tech aficionados is don't be afraid of the tech. I mean, embrace it in some ways because the change is coming whether you like it or not. And it is going to be, like any form of change, unnerving. But you're a lot better approaching it with a positive attitude than an attitude that, oh my goodness, this is going to upend my life.
In terms of a lot of young people, especially Indians who moved to the US recently, and what's happening with what the world's calling a tech winter, I'd imagine a psychological and a financial safety net is required. And more importantly, when we talk about why we have gotten ourselves in such a situation, Professor, what lessons can be learned in terms of how big tech scaled up too fast perhaps in the US, and what is the ramification that we are seeing right now? What lessons can we learn from this particular instance?
So first, let me say that we should keep some perspective about what's happening now, about this so-called tech winter. I would distinguish, how would I say it, systemic trends from cyclical trends. The cyclicality here is basically over-exuberance followed by correction. Okay, the secular trend is one of really dramatic expansion of the technological revolution. And by technological, I mean scientific. I don't just mean IT computing and cloud computing. I mean quantum computing. I mean 3D robotics. I mean genome sequencing. I mean the space economy. I mean additive manufacturing. I mean exploration of the ocean floor. Those tech genies have left the bottle, and they're out there. That has not changed. There is no tech winner when you think about the systemic progress of tech. The tech winner is in the excess exuberance of the financial economy pouring money into certain things that they were excited about at the time, propelled by COVID, sensibly in some instances, and over-exuberantly in others.
It's been 4 days since Ram Navami. 6 states in the country saw violence, but only one state continues to see tension, stone pelting, arson and acts of violence, and that is Mamata Banerjee's West Bengal, which continues to burn amidst violent Ram Navami clashes in the state. BJP state president, who was moving towards an affected area in Hooghly, was stopped. Also, the Calcutta High Court has asked the police to submit a report ASAP on the clashes before the hearing. Take a look at everything that's happened. Remember, once again, 4 days since Ram Navami, tensions still on in West Bengal.
Days after Ram Navami clashes, West Bengal remains a communal tinderbox. The BJP is on the war path after its yatra in Hooghly was hit by stone pelting and arson on Sunday. A BJP march to Hooghly, led by top state leaders, was stalled by the police on Monday. The party staged a sit-in after the yatra was foiled. The main opposition party has blamed Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for the unrest.
भाजपा कैसे प्लान करेगी? भाजपा प्लान करती तो भाजपा के पास पत्थर होता ना, बम भाजपा के पास होता। भाजपा ने तो बम नहीं मारा, दिखाई दे रहा है कौन पत्थर मार रहा है। और पुलिस पर हमला हुआ, पुलिस पत्थर मार रही है, ये भी वीडियो है। मुसलमानों को क्यों मार रही थी पुलिस? क्योंकि पुलिस भी खुद आक्रांत हुई ना। बाद में क्या हुआ? पुलिस के पास फोन आया, कहाँ से? तृणमूल के नेताओं का फोन आया, तो भाग गई उधर से।
The TMC and the BJP are blaming each other for the communal flare-up in the state.
রামনবমীর মিছিল 5 দিন হবে কেন? রামনবমী যেদিন হয় সেদিন তোমরা মিছিল করো, আমাদের কারো আপত্তি নেই, কিন্তু বন্দুক নিয়ে মিছিল করবে না, বোমা নিয়ে মিছিল করবে না।
ममता बनर्जी हार चुका था, मुसलमान वोट उसको नहीं मिला, इसलिए मुसलमान वोट को एक साथ करने के लिए, मुसलमान लोगों को खुश करने के लिए उन्होंने पूरा खुल्लम खुल्ला छोड़ दिया है। सिर्फ रामनवमी नहीं, दुर्गा पूजा, विसर्जन, सरस्वती पूजा में भी हिंदुओं का शोभा यात्रा में अटैक होता है। और उन्होंने खुद बोल रहे हैं कि रमजान महीनों में मुसलमान लोग कुछ नहीं करते, अच्छा काम करते, कि अच्छा काम का ये निदर्शन है।
In an exclusive interview to India Today, West Bengal Governor Anand Bose said a special cell is reviewing the situation in the state.
What has happened? Deplorable, unfortunate. That does not bring credit to anyone down the line. Trying to throttle democracy and derail by the forces or advocates of mobocracy cannot be tolerated.
Over 10 people are arrested for the stone pelting on BJP's Shobha Yatra on Sunday. Miscreants had hurled stones, bombs, torched vehicles and vandalized several properties in the area. The Calcutta High Court hearing at PIL has asked the state government to submit a report on the clashes along with CCTV footage and other videos by Wednesday. The High Court has posted the matter for hearing on Thursday. With Suryagini Roy in Hooghly, Bureau Report, India Today.
And India Today's Indrajit Kundu was one of the first journalists on site in Hooghly, one of the worst affected areas, and he continues to report from there, from the front lines of tension that simply refuses to abate. Indro, 4 days since Ram Navami, things have not calmed down. I understand there have been acts of violence even today.
Well, Shiv, if I can show you what's the ground reality right now, it's been 4 hours that the state BJP leadership led by none other than Bengal BJP President Shukanta Majumdar is demonstrating here just about a kilometer away from Rishra, where the incident took place in Hooghly, because Shukanta Majumdar and the state BJP leadership were trying to reach Rishra today, but clearly there was a barricade on the lifeline on Hooghly, which is the GT road. I will show you. I'll ask my camera person to show Shukanta Majumdar here, along with the BJP leadership, sitting on a dharna, and what you see behind them is the barricade and the massive police presence that you can see. On the other side is the rest of the GT road through which they were supposed to go to Rishra. Now, they have not been allowed, and after a lot of heated altercation with the police, finally Shukanta Majumdar has decided that he is not going to budge. He's sitting on a dharna here in Konnagar, which is just a stone's throw away from Rishra, demanding that they be allowed, a 3-member BJP delegation be allowed. Shukanta, you said a 3-member delegation should be allowed. Police won't allow you. What's the plan of action?
We are now in demonstration. We are demonstrating against the police. At 6 o'clock in the evening, we will disclose our further plan of action. Please come at 6 o'clock.
What is your apprehension?
See, the police is just working as a extended part of Trinamool Congress. They are not allowing us inside the disturbed area. Not only in the disturbed area, it's okay. There is 144. We believe that we should not go there. But we are even not allowed to go to the other parts where the 144 is not imposed. So this is the situation, and presently police is arresting those who were present in the Ram Navami and got attacked by the goons. But they are not arresting the goons, those have attacked the Ram Navami procession. So this is the action of police, and we are protesting against that action.
All right, so there you have it. BJP State President Shukanta Majumdar, adamant, sitting on a dharna. This GT road, which is a lifeline in a sense of Hooghly, blocked for the past 4 hours due to this agitation. I did, of course, ask the BJP leadership as to what their plan of action is, because the entire day this GT road has remained blocked. We've seen ambulance after ambulance trying to make way, and they were given a safe passage by the police. But every time that happened, BJP workers tried to sneak into the other side, and that resulted in a clash between, a scuffle between the police and the BJP workers. So situation remains, tense on ground. Inside Rishra, of course, where that incident took place, things are moving back to normalcy. There is huge police presence, and Section 144 remains in place. Internet services remain suspended. Back to you.
All right, Indro, stay safe. We'll keep coming back to you. Thanks for getting us that live ground report from Hooghly near Kolkata. Well, in Bihar as well, tension has continued to prevail over 3 days since Ram Navami violence. 2 days after, violence was reported in Rohtas and Nalanda districts following Ram Navami. Fresh explosions have been heard in Bihar's Sasaram. The Bihar Assembly plunged into turmoil with the opposition BJP and the Mahagathbandhan trading barbs over the violence which broke out in parts of the state following Ram Navami celebrations. Take a look at this report, and then I'll take you straight to the ground.
The communal flare-up in Bihar last week is still to be completely brought under control. Bihar Sharif in Nalanda district and Sasaram in Rohtas district witnessed violent clashes during Ram Navami celebrations. Vehicles, houses and shops were torched and looted. And several people were injured in the communal clashes in the two towns. Section 144 that bans assembly of people is imposed in the two districts. The internet is suspended till Tuesday.
These policemen personnel mounted on horse are carrying out flag marches and patrolling the entire sensitive area where communal clashes took place between two groups.
Fresh explosions were heard in Mochi Tola area of Sasaram.
Yet another explosion has been reported in Sasaram. post the Ram Navami procession violence. Interesting to note here is the fact that this explosion has been reported in Mochitola locality of Sasaram in Rohtas district, and further details are yet to transpire. But interesting to note here is the fact that several attempts have been made by the state government and the state police, but then the miscreants of Sasaram are not seemingly relenting.
The Bihar Assembly plunged into turmoil on Monday. The Mahagathbandhan government and the opposition traded charges over the violence.
निवेदन करेंगे सरकार से कि दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी, और जो भी दोषी हो उस पर कार्रवाई हो। जिसने भी दंगा किया है उसको उल्टा करके सीधा कर दिया जाएगा, उल्टा टांग करके सीधा कर दिया जाएगा। और आप लोगों के माध्यम से मैं मांग करता हूं कि इसकी जांच NIA से कराई जाए।
यह राजनीतिक तौर पे एक हिंसा हुई है। यह इससे राजनीतिक दलों को फायदा होगा ऐसी घटनाओं से। इसमें राजनीतिक दल शामिल है जिसकी जांच होनी चाहिए, जांच करके राजनीतिक दलों पे भी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, और जो प्रशासन के लोग जो वहां काम देख रहे थे उन पर भी कार्रवाई होना चाहिए।
Union Minister Giriraj Singh came down heavily on Nitish Sarkar.
जब 3 दिन से बिहार में आग लगी हो, जल रहे हों लोग इस सामाजिक तनाव में, और सासाराम से ज़्यादा नालंदा में हुआ जो मुख्यमंत्री का गृह जिला है।
The administration has advised citizens to stay indoors.
संपूर्ण बिहार शरीफ नगरीय क्षेत्र में कर्फ्यू लगा दिया गया है। सभी नागरिकों को सूचित किया जाता है कि वे अपने अपने घरों में रहेंगे।
The Rapid Action Force is deployed in the districts hit by violence. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's go straight across to India Today. Is Aditya Vaibhav joining us live from Sasaram in Bihar, one of the worst affected areas. Aditya, what is the current situation now? What is the current situation?
Well, exactly, Shiv. As far as Sasaram and Rohtas district is concerned, no violence was reported during the day, but then a minor intensity blast was reported early in the morning in Mochitola locality of Sasaram. Interesting to note here is the fact that another explosion was reported a day back, wherein the explosion was a bit more powerful, which actually shattered an entire outhouse in a compound. So that being said, there are several crackdowns being conducted and simultaneous raids being conducted by the district police, but then the turn of events, or you can say the series of events, is not apparently breaking as far as the crackdown is concerned. But that being said, as far as Sasaram is concerned, it is now limping back to normalcy, with more people being seen on the roads, more commuters on the road, some shutters open, and no section 144 or curfew imposed. Interesting to note here is the fact that as a sort of precaution, district administration has ordered the closure of the schools, coachings, madrasas and Sanskrit schools until 4th. But then there is nothing like a section 144 imposed here by now. But then one interesting fact, like we played a story on migration of people from the affected areas, which were earlier contradicted by the district administration. Today we happen to stumble across Rohtas district magistrate Dharmendra Kumar, who categorically accepted that there are families who have lost everything and their houses are technically not habitable for now. So this is the reason they have shifted their base to their families and friends in other localities. So this is, you can say, sort of vindication of our news break that there are people who are moving to another locations. But now, as far as Sasaram is concerned, it is now limping back to normalcy.
Okay, good to hear that it's limping back to normalcy, and Aditya Vaibhav's report stands vindicated. We always stand by our reporters and we only report the truth in sensitive times. So thank you, Aditya, for getting us that live report from Sasaram. Stay safe, because we hear even though things are limping back to normalcy, tensions can flare up at any minute. We're taking a very quick break. Remember, this will continue to be one of our top stories. But coming up next, we're shifting focus completely to bring you the highlights of India's biggest awards for influencers and social media stars. That's the Cosmopolitan India Blogger Awards. In case you missed all the gala that happened, we've got you covered.
TV versus OTT. It's a debate that's been going on for many years now, be it the movies or any major sporting event. Viewers are spoilt for choice in 2023. And this time, it's not just any event, but one of the biggest sporting events on the global sports calendar, the Indian Premier League. Over the past years, Disney Plus Hotstar had the rights to stream the IPL. But this year, after a tough bidding war, it was Viacom 18 that bagged the streaming rights for a whopping 24,000 crore rupees. This has come especially at a bad time for Disney Plus Hotstar, as the streaming app has bidded due to HBO content on the same day IPL made its debut on Viacom 18's OTT app, Jio Cinema. It's estimated that 20 to 25 million viewers have now migrated to Jio Cinema from Disney Plus Hotstar. Adding to the blow is a master stroke by Jio Cinema, which unlike Hotstar will stream the IPL for free. Hotstar, for all the years that it streamed the IPL, viewers had to buy a yearly subscription for 1,500 rupees. But that's not going to be the case with Jio Cinema. Meanwhile, for television loyalists, things remain unchanged, as the Star Network paid a total of 23,575 crores to BCCI to purchase TV broadcasting rights in the Indian subcontinent for the next 5 years. Under this package, Star Sports will televise 74 matches in 2023 and 24. It will broadcast 84 matches in 2025 and 2026, and the 94 matches will be broadcast live in the year 2027. So like previous editions, Star Sports Network will broadcast IPL matches this year on TV. But in a first, the digital action will move away from Hotstar to Jio Cinema. Digital and TV rights together this year made IPL the world's second most valued sports tournament, second only to NFL. India's love for cricket is unparalleled, but it remains to be seen if cricket fans in India will stick to linear or make the switch to a whole new IPL streaming experience.
India's much-awaited sporting event of the year, the Indian Premier League, is now live. But this year is not like any other. For starters, there are new teams, new stadiums, and most importantly, there's a new way to watch it. Unlike any other year, this is going to be the first time IPL will be made available to stream on Jio Cinema and not on Hotstar. And what's better, that it's going to be absolutely free of cost. So the question is, will you be watching it on Jio Cinema or on your television set? Let's find out.
I would prefer an app because it's much more convenient.
An app, and right now it's Jio Cinema, right? So I'll watch it there.
So do you plan to watch IPL this year?
Yes.
Where would you choose to watch IPL this year? On a television or on an app?
On television.
This is my state, this is my home, these are my netas, these are my issues, these are my people, this is my election, this is my state Karnataka. Watch State of War Karnataka, Monday to Friday, 6:30 p.m. only on India Today.
India's biggest blogger awards ceremony, high on fashion and adrenaline, with the biggest and boldest social media influencers and digital creators. Watch the highlights of the Cosmopolitan India Blogger Awards 2022-23. Enjoy.
We're the Cosmopolitan Blogger Awards 2022-23, and here is me bringing you all the action in terms of the winners, what was hot, what was not, what happened. Let's take a look at all the action now.
Look at this room now. It is the room of absolute winners.
Wow, Cosmo India, that is quite impressive.